So what can you do to begin using Google Cars today? Well, it's pretty easy to do. First off, we should probably start at Google, and let's start doing a car search there to see exactly what your consumers are going to see when this program rolls out nationwide. So if you're an everyday person and you want to shop for a new Honda and in San Francisco because that's where you live, maybe you type something like Honda, I don't know, Civic, San Francisco. And bingo, bango, there it is in the sponsored results, Honda prices on Google Cars right there. Now, if you're trying this yourself and you don't see this displayed, you may have to do a couple things. Number one, if you have any ad blocking software installed in your browser, you're going to have to disable it. And you might have to change your location to San Francisco, so you can just head on over to the search settings here, pop into location, and let Google know that you're in San Francisco so you get those local results that we're looking for here. So then we can shoot on back and we'll click the link, Honda prices on Google. And so this is the nice, clean, transparent interface that Google came up with that really is, in my opinion, it's going to revolutionize the car shopping experience online from an easy use and information standpoint, because it's pretty slick, I got to admit. You'll also have to go up here to use it to put in a San Francisco zip code at this point in time. 94117 will do the job. And so here we go. So what we're doing here, we did a search for Hondas in and around San Francisco. And so we have dealers showing 932 matching cars within 25 miles of that zip code. Plenty to choose from. So right off the bat, we know exactly how many cars are near us from the dealers participating in the program. And then from there, we can filter our search right here in easy. So if we're looking for a Civic, notice there's 319 Civics. We can break it down by trim level. And let's say we're looking for a Civic EX. You know, then we can go, no, you know what? I'm an EXL kind of guy. Why not? And you can go pick your color. I like black. I always get black cars. I'm crazy like that. And then styles, sedan or coupe, sedan. And there we go. So now I've drilled down within a matter of seconds to the exact kind of car that I'm looking for. And here's the 4 of them that are there. At 3 different locations, as you can see: San Francisco Honda, Honda of El Cerrito, and Marin Honda. All with vehicles for me, all within the same amount of range. Within 12 miles. That's pretty good. And these big, nice, big red get quote button right here. The VIN number. I mean, we're drilled down just that quick. So now, what can we do from here? If we're the consumer, if we know that's the car we want, we get a couple options here. We can select who we're going to give a quote to, email a dealer, request a callback, put in our information here, and request that the dealer call us, or we can get the phone numbers directly to the dealers to call ourselves. Now, interesting side note about the email a dealer and request a callback function. Google has gone out of their way to protect the privacy of anyone who's using the service. One of the major complaints over the years about the internet car shopping experience when it comes to working with the dealer is, let's face it, we've been known to blow up their phones, to blow up their email in an attempt to make that contact. In Google's research, they recognized that this was something that was turning off customers a little bit, especially if you're shopping 2 or 3 dealers and then you're getting a bunch of phone calls, a bunch of emails, and a lot of times you're not even getting your questions answered or the quote you requested. So here's what they did here. They've actually are using proxy metered email addresses and phone numbers. So when the consumer puts in their email address here, that lead information that's being bid on by a dealer, they're not going to get the actual email address. They're not going to get joe.smith@gmail.com. They're going to get a proxy email address like you'd see from eBay or Craigslist. And it's the same thing with the phone number. When the customer puts their phone number in here, you're not going to get the actual phone number. You're going to get either a toll-free number or a local number that's a proxy to the customer's actual phone number. All of this to protect the privacy of the consumer, which makes perfect sense to me. Why not? I would feel the same way too if I were shopping for anything along these lines as well, whether it's an insurance quote or anything else. Now, the other little trick on this is that they're not just proxy numbers and email addresses, they're also metered. So that means there's only they have limited amount of time. They're time bombs, they're ticking time bombs. You can only use them so many times before they stop working. So it's going to be of the utmost importance that you make contact with your customer right away in order to give them the quote they're looking for and to create that communication, so then you can then handle, so you can then help them out. So what else can we do from here? It's not just about finding a car and a VIN number and getting a quote. You can actually drill down into the car itself. So if we think this Civic EXL is looking pretty good, it's got an MSRP. They all have the same MSRP. We can click on it, and we can get an overview. We can see a few more pictures. We can go over the safety and options, the interior, the exterior, the specs. It's all kind of there. But tucked right up here is what I find very interesting, and that's the Google price info. So here we got the MSRP, but what's Google going to tell us about the price? Well, let's see what happens. Oh, here we go. Here we go. It's going to give us a regional price paid. All right, so it's similar to some other services that are out there from Edmunds and other lead providers and source providers. It tells you what people are paying, in the region based on that. So here you got the MSRP, here you got the invoice, and on the Civic EXL, people are paying on average just $120 above the invoice charge, and included in price, the destination. I mean, it's all there, as transparent as you can want. If you're feeling good about that, you can then hit that contact dealer again, and right here you're back into submitting a lead on that vehicle for more information. So that's really as easy as it gets. And it really does make that shopping experience as transparent as possible. What I love about this is, if you're going to get a lead, if you're on the program, if you're bidding for leads on Google Cars, somebody submits you a request for a quote, you're getting a pretty darn qualified lead, in my opinion, because this is so easy to use. You're going to expect that same return from your car dealer. So you're going to expect that same kind of experience. And if you give it to them, if you give them easy and transparent, I guarantee you're going to be able to convert that lead into a guest, into somebody in your showroom, just as easy as that.